But the smartest person in the world, the more you're able to calculate and think, and no matter how great your brain gets, you will not be able to answer the greatest questions in life, the most existential questions, without answering the question, who is Jesus? Without coming back to what we talked about last week in when we talked about in Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 16 and 17, when he says, listen, I looked at all the wisdom and all the knowledge, and I said it was vexation of spirit. The word vexation is it just, there's something more needed. There wasn't enough. Verse 18, he said he looked at all the wisdom and the knowledge, and it just brought grief and sorrow. And so, listen, when we compare how much we know to someone else, it's going to bring sorrow. Because at the end, that's not what matters. And then he gives a second comparison. He compares progress. And let her be, comparing progress leads to depression. No, he's gonna give you the depression in his heart. And some of you struggle with depression, and you'll know how this feels. Verse 17, he says, I hated life, because the work that wrought under the sun is grievous to me. It's all vanity and vexation of spirit. Why did he say this? He said, I hated my labor. He said, because I'm going to leave it to a man that will come after me. He says, and who knows whether he shall be wise or a fool? Shall he have rule over my labor, what I have done, what I have accomplished, the progress that I have? I'm just going to give it to him. And he had two problems here when he was saying, I hated life. He was comparing himself to other people. And that's the first thing that we trip up and fall in, is we compare our story to everyone else's story. And we think, well, God, you gave that to them. You promoted them. You caused them to have a happy marriage. And what about me? Or you helped them get that. And why do they have that accolade? And they don't deserve it. And we compare ourselves to other people's story. And I'm telling you, that is so dangerous, and it's a recipe for depression. And then we compare ourselves to our own expectations. Like, God, you placed that burden in my heart. I've heard people say that. God, I really thought by now in my life I would be here, or I would do that, or I would have this. And we compare ourselves to our expectation. I want to just encourage someone here that has been in that season just to let God write your story.